Welcome to Too Many Hobbies. My name is Jeremy, and today we're going to be investigating a problem I'm having with my MTH EP5. A little backstory on my O-gauge collection. I started out big in collecting with the American Flyer S-gauge stuff, because that's what my dad had, and I had fun playing with those and going to train shows and collecting cars and all kinds of stuff. Well, I wanted to get into O-gauge collecting in addition to the S-gauge because there's so much more available. From many different manufacturers. For my first train set, I spotted a advertisement in a magazine, I believe it was, for a K-Line Tar Heel Express. Now, why would I buy that? I live in Wisconsin, you know. I don't really have any affiliation with the Tar Heels or anything like that. The price was right, so it got me into collecting, and that engine was very basic, no sounds, and goes way too fast and geared way too high, but that was a fun thing to start out with. And I was at the Mad City Railway Train Show. I don't remember what it was called. It was in Madison, Wisconsin. And there was a large retailer there selling these for like $150 a piece. Now granted, it was quite a few years ago, but it was still new in the box. And that was my first MTH engine. I was really excited because it had sounds on it, the Proto-sound 1 system at the time. And yeah, that was really cool, and it has been a great engine for me over the years. Here we've got my MTH New Haven EP5 with a designation number of 377 on it. Problem I've been having is it acts like it doesn't have a battery in it. I've replaced the battery, and I only run these, you know, just once a year, so I use alkalines in them. And I know it says you're not supposed to, but it's been working good for me. This one I'm having a little trouble with. I think I might have a cracked solder in it, I'm not sure, but it acts like it doesn't have a battery. I go to hit the direction, and then she just does that. So we're going to take it apart and check out the circuit board and check out the battery connector and see what we find. Here's what the inside of this engine looks like. We've got our two drive motors here, got our battery here, and this is our Proto-sound 1 board. There's a bottom board and a top board, and from the research I've done, my problem is most likely in the bottom board. Could also be my battery connector here as well. Inside this shell, it's just empty. It does have some lugs here, so I could power it through the overhead pantographs if I wanted to, but that's not happening on this layout. I'm going to take apart the main board, and we'll show you what that looks like. Okay, here we are. I'm just getting started working on it. I was just about to take off this connection here, and we'll go down these connections here. I found something interesting. Fairly solid. A little wiggle, nothing serious. Little wiggle, nothing serious. This thing's wiggling all over the place. The whole body of it is wiggling, not just the end. So we might have an issue there. So far, that's what I got. I'm going to keep tearing it down. Okay, here we go. I got 3 that pulled out great. Connectors are still on the board, and this one pulled out of the board. The connector is still sitting in the body here. There we go. So, there's probably one issue. Another issue that I was having is that this problem was a little bit intermittent. But that's definitely going to be one thing. I'm going to pull the other connectors off, separate these two boards, and we'll certainly fix that and look for other issues. Okay, here we go. I have worked on this board. I had to unsolder the relay. I attempted to heat up this piece with the soldering iron to get it to flow back in there, but that wasn't going on. So I got my desoldering station out, and I just hit the 5 lugs of the relay to pull that guy out. And that's pretty straightforward here. Sorry, moving the camera all out, amateur hour here. But yeah, that's pretty straightforward. So got the joint sucked out with the solder bolt here. Real simple manual tool. and I used my soldering station, desoldering station I should say, to remove this guy, because that's just easier to do. It's got a lot more heat on it. So I'm just gonna place this guy back in and solder it. And the reason why this guy failed is because the relay board goes on top of it, so it can't really stick through. So there you go. Okay, got her back on the track, got a couple cars attached to it, and it appears to be working great so far. Turn the power on. There's our sound. Hit the direction button. And she is working great. Nice long press on the direction button. She's not cutting out on me. So I'm going to call this repair a success. We'll keep monitoring it and see what happens. But first, we're going to change out these cars, because this train has the passenger sound chip in it. And let's get some passenger cars on it. Okay, we'll just shut her down here before I put the cars on, and just so you know how long the sounds last, if you know your battery's good, just pay attention. So, that's how long it should last. And there's the final blip at the end. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the a little cab chatter there. We're going to bump up the voltage all the way and hit the whistle button here. And the coupler is armed, and I've got it switched to the rear coupler of the engine. Now the coupler is open. Going to lower my voltage back down to a reasonable level here. Probably about... There's some more cab chatter, and we'll hit the direction button here, and we'll hopefully hitch up a train. And we'll bump it up to about 9. Hold down the power, hold down the direction button, let go, and then we're off. Nice long string of passenger cars. Just what I like. We'll speed her up, get her on the other side of the lot. Love to hear for you. Love that sound. Called the Jet because it had excellent acceleration, and this model definitely does. Get some squeaking brake sound effects, and we'll call it good. Alright. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you learned something, and I certainly did. This is my first time repairing one of these, so it pays to do your research. We will catch you next time, and check out my other videos on my channel for some trains and whatnot. Here's this little quick end of the video. I did not show my soldering or desoldering station. It's nothing special. I bought it from Circuit Specialties Incorporated many years ago. It's a little Hacko rip-off soldering iron here with control station. And this is a desoldering station which has served me well over the years.